Hey kids, now we're cooking. We switched off on you. We're just seeing if you're alert. Welcome to another episode, our final episode of Now We're Cooking, the cooking show for kids of all ages. My name is Annie.
And I'm Grandma Jayne.
And this is our final episode where we're going to actually fill our cream puffs in a couple different ways. And we're going to frost our bacon.
Hey.
And that's our new phrase.
Yep.
You know what? That makes me mad. Doesn't make me mad. It frosts my bacon. Okay, so for me, I'm going to make a more white, creamy filling for the cream puffs. That's one option.
More whipped cream.
Yeah. More of like a white, whipped creamy one. And I'm going to do that with 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. Oh, Lord. Oh,
Gotcha.
And how much of a pint is a cup, kids? A half a pint. Half a pint. So I got 2 half pints because they did not have 1 pint, which 1 pint would have been the 2 cups I needed. All right. So thank you, Jane. These nails are beautiful, but they can be unhandy. And with that, I need a half a cup of confectioner's sugar.
Which is powdered sugar.
Yep, and we've explained in other episodes, kids, that confectioner's sugar is a fancy word for powdered sugar. Get out of there.
And it has static.
Mm-hmm.
That I found
very
interesting.
messy.
Okay, there's that. And I'm just going to put a half a teaspoon of vanilla in. To me, you can never really have too much, but
I know, I love vanilla too.
all right. And then we're going to beat it. This is where we need Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Beat it.
Beat it, beat it, beat it. Oh.
And if you're feeling real fancy, you could do it with a whisk in your arm.
Yeah.
Feeling really fancy or really strong?
Both.
Megan,
That's
making me-
exhausting.
you're making me feel kind of weak and useless.
It takes a while when you do it old-fashioned way.
Whoa.
And how many minutes till you get stiff or?
Yes.
Yeah. Stiff peaks?
Stiff peaks is what we call it in the kitchen. Till we get stiff peaks. And that's all there's going to be to this. Once we get stiff peaks, we've got our white, creamy one. And then Jane, in the meantime, tell them again about your way.
I just use a vanilla pudding. You can use a cook and stir pudding and just add 2 cups of milk to the dry ingredient. Or you can make something from scratch. But this is so easy. And I put it into a squeeze bottle so I can just poke it right in there.
Do you need to cut the cream puffs, or were you just going to poke your squirt bottle in there and squeeze it in?
Yeah, I might, after I squeeze it in, I might cut it to show what it looks like.
And then for something like this, we are going to have to cut it, are we not?
Yeah.
To fill it?
Unless you have another squirt bottle.
Unless we had a second squirt bottle.
Yeah.
Did you leave one here?
Yeah.
I think there's one
Or
over
you have a
yonder.
funnel? You gotta have a funnel to get it in there.
Well, there's a copper funnel over yonder.
Do you want to do that, or you want me to just cut it and you put it
First, let's see, is there another one over there? I thought there was.
in? Yeah.
Right here. Let's try it.
Okay. Where's your...
Is there a copper funnel there? See, kids, how it's getting stiff? Can you see that?
But I can, if you want to make it like a sandwich, I can do that.
Yeah.
I'll cut 2 for a sandwich.
See, kids, you can do it any way you want. Cream puffs don't. Okay, do cream puffs typically have a slit, or they just
No.
punctured in there?
But they're kind of hollow.
I thought I'd seen them with a cut.
Yeah, I've seen them both ways.
They don't bake that way though.
No.
Yeah. You just have to poke it or put it like a sandwich.
But see, kids, how the consistency of this changes when you beat it? Can you see that? Now it's starting to look like whipped cream instead of liquid whipping cream.
Yeah, sure is.
Yeehaw!
And you have some chocolate too, right?
I got chocolate.
Chocolate.
I got me some chocolate. What do you say, kids? Is this stiff with peaks?
That looks good.
Looks stiff with peaks to me.
You know how to tell?
Megan, tell us.
Well, turn it off, and then when you lift it up, there should be a stiff peak on the end of your whisk.
It's got
If you lift it straight out, there should be a stiff little point.
Isn't that more for meringue?
Don't you think that
No,
looks
it's both.
thick enough?
You show it whatever you want, but that's how you tell.
It's stiff enough.
I think it's stiff enough for our purposes. Now, I do know for meringue, you do want that stiff peak, like
Yeah.
Megan said. It's got. Megan looks like she's not too sure about it.
You don't think it is?
Yeah, that's probably fine. Yeah, if it holds, yeah, it's holding
It's holding
firm. Yeah.
firm.
Thick?
So, yeah, I'd say for especially when we get into meringues, there will be a
Mhm.
peak, like Megan said. It'll just like make a little point over the end of your beater.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm gonna put the vanilla in, then you can do yours. How about that?
That's all right.
All right. I haven't cut this one. I'm just gonna poke it with my little squirt bottle here and fill it up until you can kind of feel it come back out at you.
So puncture and
Yeah,
So,
puncture and squeeze.
puncture at the end and squeeze.
Yeah.
And when you feel like it's starting to come back out at you, you filled it enough,
Yeah,
correct?
yep. And the cream puff sort of has a hollow center as a rule, so.
Now, some of the recipes
that's it.
I've
What's
seen,
up?
Jane,
Okay.
they want you to actually dig out the dough in the cream puff and then fill it with all this cream.
Really?
Oh, I've never seen that.
I've never
I've
seen that
seen,
either.
yeah, I've seen one where they want you to do that, but I like this
Because
idea better.
typically cream puffs just bake like that.
Yeah,
with the
right.
hollow center.
True, but the state fair one I read wanted
Yeah.
you to dig out the dough in the cream
Just so
puff,
there's even more cream in
so
there.
it was
You
more
can't-
hollow and there was
okay,
even
gotcha.
more cream.
Well, I don't think I'd do that, but whatever. Everybody does it different.
Mhm.
Well, that's just it. We've told you 100 times,
Yeah.
kids, just
Can't do it
adapt.
wrong.
But because I like a lot of cream and I want the dough from the puff, I'm not going to dig that out.
Make it like a sandwich.
That's right.
Man, yeah, that's good. I had to give that a try. Couldn't
Well,
resist.
and none of this is off limits, Jane. We can each try each other.
That's
And
right.
I do know
And
my
there's more
buddies.
over there.
I do know my buddies that don't eat pork are going to dig this.
Oh,
Okay, now
yeah,
let's really
definitely.
finish it off fancy.
Okay, you want it on all of them or just a few?
I wouldn't mind it on mine. Megan,
Okay.
are you going to try one, Megan?
Probably not.
Is
How
this
can
a-
you resist?
I'm not a
is this
huge
swiggle or
fan
Is it a swiggle, a swiggle, or a squiggle, a
or
squiggle?
a drizzle?
Oh yeah.
Oh my
drizzle.
gosh.
Your refrigerator. I'm
My refrigerator is on revolt. Okay.
Watch out for that bottom shelf. Oh, there you go. Now
Show
let
the
me see.
hoodlums, show the kids.
Kinda. The bottom kind of came off that one, but you can kind of see the pudding in there. I'll see if I can get the.
Oh,
Cream part to
yummer
come out better.
doodles.
Yeah, that's better. Ooh, that one really looks good. Look at that with the cream.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
That worked out good.
Yeah, that did.
Yummer doodles.
All right, doing the bacon next.
You darn tootin'.
All right.
We've never made chocolate bacon before,
Nope, we have not.
and it is quite interesting. Let me get this one open. You need a cup of chocolate chips, okay?
Yep.
And you just put them in the microwave. So I'm gonna start at 1.
You want a cup then of these?
We want
two?
6 ounces of those, but that's
Six,
just a little under a
that's
cup.
half a bag.
A little under a cup, yeah. So again, this is so easy, kids, so that's why we saved it to the end. If you want more chips or you want to dunk it even heavier, do it to it. And again, I'm
Okay.
completely
You and those
handicapped
nails.
with my nails. They're pretty, but you can't do much with them, darn it. And we thought just for fun, since it's a fair, it'd be fun to have sprinkles too to put on it.
Yeah.
So we've got chocolate or multicolored sprinkles. Woohoo!
I think kids like sprinkles.
Who doesn't like sprinkles?
Yeah, there's even,
They even have them on donuts and
Yeah?
stuff. I'll put
there's
your
even
white
chocolate
in.
sprinkles. Want me to shake them down here? Ooh,
Sure.
ooh,
How are they looking?
good.
They'll need a little bit more, but it's coming good.
Yeah.
Here's, we'll have a
Too-
spoon for our. Thank you for
too
opening
much
those
fun.
for me,
Oh,
Jane.
you're sure welcome. I had to cut my nails up down because they were starting to break. You know, they go so long, and then you gotta get them all chopped off again. But at least I can open stuff, right?
You're one step ahead of me, that's for sure.
Look at how good that cream puff looked. Man. The whipped
Okay.
cream really holds them up good too.
Okay, go ahead. I'll
Okay.
let you start
Okay.
doing that one, and I'll see if I can finish up the chocolate here.
And you gotta be careful warming up chocolate because it's really easy to burn, especially white chocolate.
Really? Yeah, 20 seconds is the most, yeah.
I think you're supposed to do it, what is it?
Even less?
30-second intervals, I think.
Okay,
is what
I-
they
Yeah,
say. Technically.
I took it out just under 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yep, perfect. Because I've done it that way. You waste a
Mhm.
bag
And
of
again, we don't want
chocolate
to,
chips.
like Megan said, we don't want to burn the chocolate, so I'm taking
No.
that out again for Jane to see if we're there yet.
Hey, perfect, all melted.
Is it enough that it'll drizzle?
Oh, I think so.
We,
It'll even swivel.
well, this is your ball game, so I'm going to let you do these.
My ball game, okay.
I'll get these out of the way for you. And so the kids can see your skewered bacon,
Mm-hmm.
how you intend to do that, okay?
And then your bite-sized bits. I have the lids off
Of
here.
course, you can put chocolate on any of this, whether it's on a skewer or not.
Yeah. And there's a lot of stuff you can do. So anyway, here's the ones that were skewered, and they end up really good, pretty good. You gotta be sure they're done and everything. And then they showed that you just take and drizzle. Now there's different kinds of bacon too that you can get. I have not really bought anything but the same stuff that I get all the time. But there's thicker bacon you can buy. The state fairs oftentimes have thicker bacon that are about like 3 or 4 bacon slices thick. And different flavors of bacon too. But I can't, you know some, don't you know? I can't
Not
think
really.
of them right. Maple, I can think of that one. And also you can use maple syrup coverings besides chocolate. So we'll kind of get this on here, and then we'll,
Now, if we wanted to cheat, a person could just put chocolate syrup on here, couldn't you?
yeah. I don't know if it adheres.
But what about
well.
like melted chocolate frosting? Like out of the container maybe? Or, because that
Well,
doesn't really harden, I guess.
Well, I was just thinking even your, like a Hershey syrup type thing that is in a squeeze bottle might work too.
But I like the thickerness of this. And then this is kind of neat to put the chocolate onto the white so you can see it a little better.
And
But-
never enough chocolate.
Yes, you guys are loving this chocolate part.
I was gonna say, don't be shy.
Yeah.
And we might want to put some of that on our, if we have any
Oh,
left.
yeah.
We might
That
want
would
to,
be good.
we might want to melt the rest of our Toll House for the top of our cream puffs.
You could always put the majority of chocolate and then drizzle with white chocolate too, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You could put both.
Instead of sprinkles.
Let's
or-
try that in this one.
Oh.
And this the bite-sized ones I think are good. But if you're walking around a fair, have it on a stick is great.
I'm gonna have to go to the fair.
Yes.
My gosh, by the time I
Hopefully
ate my
next
way
year.
around the fair, I'd weigh 600 pounds.
Oh.
Lord have mercy.
I know, and cotton candy and all that stuff too.
Oh,
But I think they're kind of neat. They're very unique and they're tasty. You want to try it?
well, I'm gonna eventually, I can tell you that. I'm gonna say,
And then some people just do half of the bacon, you know, so you can hang
If
on.
you don't have it on a skewer.
Yeah. Do a few more pieces.
yeah,
so you get
I might
kinda-
save the rest of this to put on the old cream puff.
Yeah.
Unless you use what you
No.
want for the bacon first.
Go ahead. I think they're getting the drift from this, don't you?
I think you are. You
It's
are
not
smart
very
kids.
hard, is it, kids? No. Yeah, maybe a few more sprinkles.
Oh, you never have enough sprinkles.
But if you want a BLT or something later,
Good
chocolate's not
job,
gonna taste
Grandma
as good.
Jayne.
Should I show that up closer?
Oh, sure.
Okay. Okay.
Interesting.
Dumber
I've never
Dumbers.
heard of chocolate covered bacon.
Yeah.
You betcha.
I think they said what year was it? 1908 maybe?
Possibly.
The first fair had it.
Possibly.
Goes back a ways. I know, I'm
betcha.
not very in tune, am I?
You could
Well, I'm
probably
not
do
either.
like caramel too.
We could
Oh,
put
Because
anything
yeah.
that's
on.
kind of like
Yeah.
maple.
Maple,
That'd be good.
butterscotch, what?
Yeah,
Yes,
butterscotch.
anything like that.
Yes, anything with maple. Good job, Megan. Or
Mhm,
caramel or
very
maple
good.
is so good with
Yep.
bacon.
That'd be like candied bacon.
And if you don't want to put it on, you could dip it and have a
Mhm.
little, you know,
Chocolate and
fondue. or
chocolate
something.
and caramel. Mm. Oh, I think I put the caramel on the bacon first and then drizzle the chocolate.
Yeah, that would be fun for fondue.
It would be.
Yeah.
I need a fondue pot. I don't think I have.
Oh, we shall have to fondue with the
There you
kids.
go.
Oh,
Yes.
Grandma Jayne, you thought of another?
I love fondue.
Yeah,
I have
I-
mom do fondue for every once in a while.
Is it coming back or is it just
Yeah.
never?
I think
done?
so. It
Yeah.
did have a little
Yeah.
Yeah.
spot
Yeah,
there.
because I got my mom a Christmas one for Christmas years ago, but yeah.
Well, kids, this is pretty much wrapping up our fair week. We've now we filled our cream puffs with what kind of Jello again?
A vanilla pudding.
Pudding, I mean.
Mhm, that's okay.
Sorry,
Yeah.
vanilla pudding. That is pretty quick to make.
Cook and serve.
Then we made another option of 2 cups of heavy whipping cream with a half a cup of confectioner's sugar and a half a teaspoon of vanilla. And when Jane went ahead and sliced those cream puffs across, opened it up like a sandwich, and then I just slammed a bunch of that creamy goodness in there. And then she took some chocolate sauce and drizzled it on the whole thing. So then we went ahead and made some just melted some semi-sweet morsels as a one option and some white chocolate chips and another as an option in the microwave for you to frost your bacon and decorate them with sprinkles or whatever. We mentioned that you can use caramel or variations of both, whatever you want to do, okay? So, in signing off, Jane, what would you say to the kids?
Good luck at school. I hope everything goes good. I'm thinking about you all the time. We are, aren't we? And stay safe. Wash your hands a lot. We love you.
And even though we can't go to some of these things this year, kids, we're going to appreciate it all the more when we can. We took advantage or took for granted, I think, a lot of joys we had in our life. We took them for granted.
Yes.
And now we're going to really appreciate them once we get them back. Again, even though we can't attend, be creative and bring these events to home. Like Megan said earlier, do it with your family, do it with your friends, and take this time to bond and create memories at home, okay? Be together. And we're all still alone together.
Yeah.
We will get through this virus. So, we hope to see you next time on our next episodes of
Now we're cooking.